So I'll confess, this morning I am 1 minute late because I was playing with a new feature that I had not discovered yet that came with the latest version of the operating system on my Mac. Check this out. Happiness. Boom. And it doesn't work. Oh my goodness, how funny. Wait a second. No, I cannot do it. Never mind. So, never mind. There's a special effects feature that I cannot even implement. So, I'm not going to bore you with that. Good morning. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. This is our morning get together live here on Facebook, where we take a look at good news from our city, state, and country, or interesting news, helpful news. And we take a look at your own comments, your ideas, your suggestions, and we put all that information to good use as a community of English-speaking locals. What a pleasure to see you today. It is Hump Day. It is Wednesday, January 10. And there are all kinds of fun news that I want to share with you today. But first, as usual, if you're watching live for the first time, please let us know. We'll give you a nice little welcome if you type the word new. And if you have something really important that you wish to share with the gang, it helps a great deal when you add a capital letter Q at the beginning of your comment. Let us start with our news for today. Now, somebody had mentioned this to me the other day, and now I've seen this published in one of the local papers. Vallarta en Línea has announced that there will be a carnival in Puerto Vallarta next month. Now, Carnival in Puerto Vallarta is a celebration that hasn't quite stuck yet. We've seen it take place in some years, but not others. And the article this time around mentions City Hall's tourism department as the source of the information, but there are no further details mentioned as yet. So, all we know is that there will be a carnival sometime in February, and this is good news, I suppose. Let us find one of these. And as soon as we have more information about the carnival, we'll be so happy to let you know. We do have an update on the new Moderna vaccine that was purchased by the state. The state of Jalisco has announced that registration to receive the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine for free begins on Monday. Now, what is this about? Well, it's worth remembering that this is a vaccine that was purchased directly by the state of Jalisco, making it the first state in Mexico that develops and implements its own independent COVID vaccination strategy. The vaccine will only be available for vulnerable groups, which, as you know, it includes seniors, health personnel, people with vulnerable conditions, and so forth and so on. This is also good news for the region. The National Commission of Protected Natural Areas in Mexico has announced 20 new areas in the country deemed as natural protected areas. And one of those is located in the Vallejo Highlands and Ameca River. in Jalisco and Nayarit. Now, to give you a better idea of where this is, I found a little map. As you can see, the state of Jalisco is here, and Nayarit is up there. And the state division is not clear in this map unless it's this little white line. But what is important is that once the government deems all these areas as protected areas, it's not like there can be a lot of construction or development going on in them. In fact, there shouldn't be any, but we will have to wait and see. The good news is that for environmental groups, this large area of forest is no longer available for development and construction. Something else that we've mentioned in the past has to do with this gender parity issue that we have been talking about as expected by the National Electoral College. We've mentioned that our mayor from the Moderna party is continuing to pre-campaign despite the fact that he's a man, and the Electoral College expects a woman to become the next mayor of Puerto Vallarta as required by their criteria. But apparently our mayor is not the only person in the party trying to weasel their way around the qualifications. Now the Electoral College is issuing the party, Morena, an ultimatum at federal level to either abide by the guidelines or else, well, there was no or else in the article, but I did tell you that things would get interesting before the whole electoral adventure was over, and this is exactly what is happening. As always, we'll keep you posted. And speaking of keep you posted, yesterday we announced that the path of the new Puerto Vallarta Libramiento from La Cruz de Guanacaxtle to Ixtapa has been cleared, and construction is currently taking place to finish this end of the new highway. What seems to be unclear is where the highway exits are going to be established between La Cruz and Ixtapa. Of course, there is little we can do about this one other than to watch and wait while authorities figure out these final details, something that is expected to happen within the next 2 months. And now, without a little commercial break, let's head directly to the weather forecast just to see what is going on out there. And, Snarky Weather says, fuck off, clouds. We don't want you here. And that's okay. It is 22 degrees right now. Humidity is at 77%. And our weather forecast for today says we're going to have overcast skies in the morning with rain in the afternoon, a high of 25 and a low of 19. Tomorrow, Thursday, overcast skies plus some patches of sun shining through, a high of 26 and a low of 19. And Friday, mostly cloudy skies throughout the day with a high of 26 and a low of 17. So we continue to enjoy chilly weather, well, chilly by Puerto Vallarta standards. Moving right along, I have, oh, yes, of course, a solar eclipse is coming to Puerto Vallarta in a matter of weeks. It's going to take place on April 8th, and it will be visible here at 95% of its totality. If you want that extra 5%, I'm afraid you will have to travel to Mazatlan. And of course, we've been talking about going to Mazatlan once the new aquarium is finished. So maybe this is the excuse that we need to plan a little trip to Mazatlan. We haven't been there in a while. And I got a lovely question yesterday, and I'm happy to have a good, happy answer for it. This came from Carol Mons, who asks us, we watch you daily on YouTube, so we miss a live broadcast. I have a question for you. Does Puerto Vallarta offer a map of the area of restaurants, wine bars, etc.? If so, how do I obtain the map? We are returning and love the area. We are older, and we really want to venture out on this trip. We are staying at the Sunset Plaza, and we are really interested in the wine bars. Well, Carol, have I got news for you? Because there is not such a thing as an overall map of Puerto Vallarta that features all the food and all the restaurants. But yours truly and Coffee and Headlines has put together its own map of great eateries in the Versalles area, which is right across from your hotel, and neighboring areas. And this is called the Versalles for Foodies map. And I'm going to bring it up on the screen so you can find out exactly where you can access it. This is our website, the website for Coffee and Headlines, and we list this every broadcast. Let me put it up on my secondary monitor so I can navigate. And you will notice that at the top, there are these three big buttons. If you click on the one on the left, you get to explore the different maps that we have produced. And it starts with our general reference map, which is not what you're asking for, but as long as we're here, let's talk about it. Here, I have placed some food places, some landmarks, some general reference locations, health centers, etc., things that get mentioned off and on here at the broadcast. And to find it, all you have to do is click on the Here button. Then here's the Versalles for Foodies map that I was just mentioning. And to find it, you just have to click on the button, and this takes you to another page. And here is the map. We have 40. As of the latest revision, we have 40 essential restaurants and eateries, and there they are. You can actually click on any one of these, and you can take a look at all the ones that you're interested in, and you get a little bit of a description of each one, and you also get a link to their Facebook page so that you can contact them directly. So, if what it is that you're looking for is a map of food places, if you want to venture out, you can take advantage of this map. And you mentioned wine bars specifically. There is a wine bar located here in Colonia Versalles, which is called La Bodega de Tony, and it is located on the map. And this is a good thing. Let me find it exactly where it is. And boom, 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 boom. Come on. No, that's not it. It's over here. La Bodega de Tony's wine bar. Let me put it up on the screen so you can see it. And there it is. So, it is located at the corner of España and, oh dear, I don't remember what the name of the other street is. But in a nutshell, this is how you can find out where all the different, or many of the different eateries and bars are located here in Colonia Versalles. We are only including on this map places that I've had the pleasure to visit. There are many, many more wonderful places in Versalles, and we continue to add new locations as time goes by. What else do we have for today? Oh, of course, as you know, we are very excited about this happening tomorrow, my presentation of Soulful Mexican Songwriters, and I'm almost ready with it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But I also wanted to let you know that the next one, well, not the next one, but the first one for February I have announced. This has to do with love songs, lesser known love songs from the musical stage. It is called Off the Beaten Score. What is this about? Well, you know, a lot of times we think love songs, oh, that's going to be just so sweet. I don't want to deal with it. But, you know, there is unexpected love. There is impossible love. There is love that ended suddenly. There is love between people of different ages. There are many kinds of love. And there are many songs that express many kinds of love from different musicals. But then there are many musicals that we don't know about because either they never made it to the big stage or they never meant to. So the short of it is we are going to explore a handful of lesser known love songs from the musical stage, and I am really looking forward to that. This is going to be the first one in February. It's going to be on Thursday, February the 8th at the joint as always. And with that said, it is time to take a quick look at your own thoughts and comments just to see what everybody's up to this morning. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Many good mornings, which is lovely. Many, many, many good mornings. And I'm looking for cues or interesting comments. Boo-dee-boo-boo-boo-boo. Pat says, I have an electronic flyer that states Carnival is being celebrated in PV February 22nd to 24th. Well, I look forward to getting more details from any of the news sources that we follow. And this sounds like fun. Dan has a big queue. Kathy and I are wondering if anyone knows of a group that we can do Tai Chi with. We do the Yang short form, and I've been doing it for over 20 years, and Kathy for 12 years. We just like doing Tai Chi with other people and not just each other. Well, I actually don't have an answer for this one, but I certainly hope, Dan and Kathy, that somebody else in the cluster will have a good connection for you. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Carol says, I'll be visiting PV during the carnival. That's great. I just hope that the carnival will actually take place when you're visiting. Again, I'm waiting for more formal confirmation by from credible sources. Not that you are not credible, whoever has the information, but you know, we'd like to share the information only once it's been verified. Let's see what else we have. Do-dee-doo. Maggie says, my first time live here in Puerto Vallarta for as a snowbird from Salt Lake City on YouTube for a year. Maggie, welcome. Welcome to watching us live. I hope you're enjoying your time here in Puerto Vallarta. If you have any questions, just add a happy cue at the beginning of your question. Let's see. There's another cue. Has the most recent meet and greet been announced? No, we have not announced a date just yet, but this should be happening within the next week or so. Boom, pam, boom, pam, boom. And I think this brings us right to the end of the broadcast. Yes. So, today, we wrap up the remainder of tomorrow's presentation, which I'm very excited about. I found a song that... This version of this song is just so crazy. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you want to know about Mexican music, just join us at the joint tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, none of this is possible without your support, without your memberships, without your coffees. So we're always extremely, extremely grateful for that. And that's it for today. Between today and the next time I see you, I hope you'll stay happy, you'll stay in touch, you'll stay connected, and you will enjoy the best our city has to offer. So, I'll see you soon. Take care.